Hey everybody, so Jon David has had a critically stable day, still in critical condition, but the good news is that he has made some headway. It was a little scary about 6 a.m. this morning where he had some blood pressure swings, and they had to increase his epi up to 0.07, and that was kind of scary, but then he has been able to wean down since then. So he's gone down to 0.03 on his epi and then been able to come down on his vent settings as well, which is really good news because it means he's got more margin of error as he moves forward. Not a ton, but he's got enough margin of error that they should be able to help him if he has some trouble as we go into tomorrow, which is going to be chest closure. They're not sure if it's going to be a partial chest closure or a full chest closure. They'll make that decision at the bedside when they come in here and basically turn this into an OR and close up his chest. But we're thinking, at least from what they've told us so far, probably going to be a partial chest closure, just to be more conservative. But he has had BMX increase and a diarrheal bolus, which means a one-time thing of diarrheal. The idea is to try and get him fluid negative for the chest closure, so that way he has less fluid, and so it will close easier and put less pressure on his heart and his lungs. He also has had a fentanyl and a dex increase because they took the paralytic off, and so he was moving around a little bit today, and more so than what they wanted, and so they increased his sedation so that way he won't be moving too much, again, because he still has an open chest and because he's still very critical and kind of in a fragile state, so they want to be very careful about how much leeway they give him. And then this evening kind of had like a, I don't know, iffy moment. He had ST elevation, and so that can be a sign that things are not going right with the rhythm of his heart. And so they did an EKG, which everything came back normal. It just seemed like it was maybe some false readings, so we're good there. So specifically going forward into tomorrow, just continue praying for stability. Pray that he'll be fluid negative, which will help him with his chest closure and help him tolerate that. And then pray that he just tolerates chest closure and doesn't give them too many problems or complications with that, and that we're able to kind of get further away from the really critical spot he's been in the last 3 or 4 days. But the good news is he is now 38 hours off of ECMO, and so we are continuing taking steps in the right direction. Today, Mallory and I slept a lot. It's kind of your fight or flight response can only stay and keep you sustained for so long, and so after a few days, I think it's kind of caught up to us. But it was nice to kind of get out, and we went to Ronald McDonald House and took some naps, and it has been helpful. Hunter is continuing to live his best life and actually found a crab at Mimi and Papa's pool. And I had told him earlier in the year that we're going to go crabbing, so at some point we're going to go crabbing this summer. But first we got to get Jon David out of his most critical position that he's in and get him back into a less critically stable position and more into a just regular stable position. Also, today was National Blood Donor Day. So, for example, Jon David got a transfusion this morning. If you would, and I know there have been plenty of people who've asked how they can help during this, go out and give blood, because that is something that all these kiddos need, and it's something that you can do and give the gift of life. So that's all I got for today. Hope you have a good night and God bless. Y'all keep choosing hope daily, and we'll see you later. And Jon David, tell everybody bye-bye.